Hey, dreamers. Have any of you had the experience I recently had when I received a revised DNA report? And in it was information that was kind of a shock for me because one of my grandparents is not who I thought he was. In fact, I know the man who is my DNA grandparent, but I never knew that while he was alive. How did that make me feel? Well, I was upset at first. It took me a while to kind of process the information. And then I started thinking about all of the ramifications that it had, not just for me, but for my siblings, my relatives. It got me going on genealogy and DNA, and I was wondering if any of you had a similar experience. Last month, I decided to take an online challenge to post 30 YouTube videos about ancestral healing because I wanted more clarity and I wanted to kind of open myself up to possibilities. So every day I posted a video, which meant every day I had to make a video with a different theme. It really got me going, but I couldn't stop thinking about it. And I even had trouble sleeping at night until I had a lucid dream about my mom. And I don't dream about my mom much. So it was really an eye open experience for me. Yeah, the dream started. Remember, I was in an old attic with lots of papers, and there were two men, big guys. They were wearing old fashioned suits, like from the 30s, and fedoras, and they were searching for papers, and they were in competition with one another. And I went down the stairs because I figured I didn't want to be there. I wanted to get out of the attic, I wanted to get out of the house. I opened the door and it was foggy, but there was a car. And I opened the car door on the passenger side, and my mom was in the driver's seat, and she waved me in. I sat down, I closed the door, and we started driving, and you could barely see anything because of the fog. And when I asked her what was going on, she only looked at me. She wouldn't talk to me. And we just kept driving. Another strange thing about the video was my mom was young. She was around 30 with dark hair, pulled back, but she still was down to business. She was herself. It was really good to see her, actually, but not a word was spoken. And I woke up. We were still driving down that foggy highway. And after I woke up, I thought about it, and a lot of things came to mind. Have you ever had dreams like that where you have a pretty direct message, even though not a word is spoken? It's a really interesting phenomena, and I think it happens to a lot of people because even in lucid dreams, I find sometimes there aren't words spoken directly, but the message absolutely gets through. And I took away a very direct message from my mom. And I think her silence was very significant because she's part of the mystery and the family secrets. And every family has secrets. I found that out just asking around and living life. So, what would you do if you were in my position? I have family members who really don't want to investigate this any further. And I respect that. I get it. Um, I have very strong feelings about ancestral healing. I think I feel it's a sacred, not only an obligation, I wouldn't call it an obligation. I think it's a sacred trust. And it's something that you do by choice, not because you're supposed to do it. I think it must come from your heart. It must come from a place of love. I'm sure there's curiosity there and there's confusion there, but isn't that life itself? I mean, every day, every single day. And I think if you decide to go this route and take on ancestral healing, there's a lot to be gained for you personally, but also for your ancestors, past and future. What do you think? Do you think I'm making the right choice? Do you? Do you? Well, I believe I'm doing the right thing. I feel so connected to my ancestors. Maybe it's because I'm getting closer to becoming one. There's a good possibility. But whatever the reason, I think there's a call and you can choose to listen. And I am going to take action on this. If you'd like to join me, I'm going to be doing a series of lucid dream videos. So if, and it's mostly for my information, and I'm just really curious to see where this is going to take me. There are ways to use lucid dreams and dreams to connect with the ancestors, and I got a big aha from my mom. So I'm moving ahead. Let me know if this interests you, and I'll be moving forward with this. So I'd love company. Well, thank you for listening to my tale. And yeah, keep an eye out for the videos. They'll be coming very soon. Thanks. Hi, it's Vicki Trancho again, popping back in to remind you that all the videos will be here on Dream Talking with Vicki. And if you'd like to be notified, subscribe and you'll hear the little ding, and I'll be ready with my lucid dream videos for you. I think it'll be cool, and I think we'll all have a good time sharing some stories and some information, because I am really curious to know who else has had similar experiences. I know you're out there. See ya.